I think the only way we can honestly speak about uh, any sort of race relations is we have to look into the truth of the human being, the makeup of the human being, and what the journey or the life of a human being necessitates. And what I mean by that is as we know, we're multi-dimensional beings. So we have an aspect of us. Every time we lay down, we dream, or we see things that are not here in the physical. That tells you that there's another part of us, right? Whenever something happens, we all know that we feel something. Some of us, we may not be able to describe it in a certain way, but we know that when things happen, we have feelings, or we have emotions. Other things that that make up our human journey that are way beyond just what we can physically explain and put our hands and our fingers on. So why am I saying this? I'm saying this because if you want to really comprehend what the life of a person that's of a particular culture or persuasion in this society that is not equal towards all members or classes of its population, like we have here in America, white, black, if we want to put it simply, then you have to comprehend this, that we need to process. So when you talk about anger, like if we can't talk about anything without it being skewed into being something else, then how is it that we can move forward? So what do I mean? I mean, if a human being doesn't have a healthy space to process all emotions, then the human being becomes suppressed, right? And there is a repression that happens as a result of the oppression. So to be emotionally suppressed and again repressed because of oppression, and mentally suppressed, you know, uh, repressed again because of oppression, then what you have to comprehend is that that has to go somewhere, and it processes out into what we would deem to be negative at that point because it hasn't been allowed to process. So we have to talk about the necessary aspect, or the necessary practice of processing all human emotion and experience. And my people, our culture, we need that. And that's why I love my brothers, my sisters, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to judge them by any sort of actions until we talk about the whole human experience and what we have either been allowed or not allowed to do in a healthy space so that we can have a healthy human experience and journey. So we got to talk about that.